You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. You're a couple all-stars here sitting here at the Shepmates Show HQ.
A couple highly valued all-stars too.
Probably the best players on the all-stars.
Probably the most important selections for the all-stars.
Probably the two players that are going to carry the team.
The two players in their athletic primes, some would say. And that's a rarity out on the Legends field.
There's definitely an injury cloud over me, but over
right.
you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shepmates Show. Welcome back. That was in reference to the Legends game, which we're going to get more into. Huge episode coming. Archie, welcome.
Welcome, Miles. Good to be here for Ep 18. Dan, you're in the building too.
Thank you very much. I don't know what to say. I've never received a standing ovation.
Samuel Pang.
Sam Pang, yeah.
Dan Pang.
Shout out Sam Pang. I also won a Logie last night because technically I work on Have You Been Paying Attention. We won a Logie. I won a Logie.
Oh, damn! Well done, mate. Well done. Dan's taking credit,
Mate,
for
we've got the best producer.
got the best.
We've got a Logie award-winning producer.
It's rare that we glaze Dan here at the Shepmate Studios, but I'm happy to glaze you today, Dan.
I'll take all the credit for sweeping the floors in that studio. You know, someone's going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What did you say to Sam when you messaged him?
No, I actually, when he left...
Obviously, you messaged him and congratulations. 'cause
yeah,
you're very
obviously.
close.
Yeah, me and him were tight. When he left the building on after we filmed on Saturday, I just said to him, "Oh, congratulations on the Logie, mate." And he just shook his head and laughed at me.
Really?
And he won. So,
So he wasn't expecting it.
no, he wasn't. So, I mean,
How many people vote for the Logies?
8.
No, we can't do our Logies.
There was like a
winners
part
that.
of my brain that thought about voting in the Logies, and I'm like, oh, no, I can't be fucked.
If you're an international listener, the Logies is the Australian Television Awards show for all the TV presenters and everyone on Australian TV. So just for a bit of context there.
Context, guys, we got a huge episode coming up. We have a big special guest, as you can see by the title. Scott Hanson is coming in to chat with us. All things NFL, coming to Melbourne.
Mate, it was
49ers and the Rams going head to head. An elite chat. One of the nicest blokes.
Mate. He might be the nicest bloke on the planet. His energy does not dip.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to host a show for 7 hours straight. So, there's something in his blood. He doesn't even take coffee.
He's just got peak enthusiasm.
Yeah, he's pinging
He could
the
be
whole
AI.
time.
He could be AI.
He actually does look a bit
He
AI.
looks like AI. He's just chiseled, big smile, this hearty American voice.
He looks so youthful as well. He's
He
55.
does. Yeah, he takes care of himself.
And he really takes care of himself.
He's passionate for what he does.
Yeah.
And so, look, the chat is super interesting. We chat all things NFL, all things his broadcasting sort of career, how he goes about it.
RedZone.
RedZone, Aussie fandom in the NFL in Australia.
Behind the scenes commentary
Yeah,
stories.
so heaps out of the chat. That's coming up, so look forward to that.
We also are chatting a bit about the Legends game. Me and Archie just got announced for the All-Stars.
Yes.
So the Aussie Rules Legends game coming up. And we also are going to dive into our local football game on the weekend.
Yeah.
Because
Be happening there.
we lost by a point. And
we did lose.
it was one of the all-time games. It had everything. So a couple funny moments from that game.
Yep.
And then we'll dive into the interview that we had with Scott. Archie, the word of the week back.
It's back, and look,
And please-
I've been slacking the Department of Word of the Week. I've had a word, and
You had a word with yourself.
we've had a word with the team.
You're the head
and
of
we'll
the-
be lifting our game this week. That's for sure. There's a few up the sleeve.
I think
I've been rehearsing ways to interject the words into the pod, so
I think
we'll see how we go.
I think your problem is you've
Interject.
got too many words.
Interject.
You should
Dan's,
just focus
Dan's
on
thinking
one.
about interject.
Yeah, you just can he just used interject, and I'm just
Do you want to blow it on interject?
no.
You only
but
got one
just
opportunity, mate.
with the external audit that was requested this week for the Department of Word of the Week. I'm just thinking interjects where we could actually be at.
We might be there.
Yeah,
I think you've had
You
to
can't doubt me that,
You've had to
mate,
lower
surely.
your standards.
You
in
can't.
order to
I'm not
leave
lowering
them
down
in.
to interject, boys.
we might there will be if we miss it again this week. There actually will be an external commission that's going to have to come in and
Yes.
just because it's under some scrutiny.
You might have to hand over that department to one of us
Yeah.
because
Well, that's not happening. And I'm going to go through in flying colours this week. All right. You will not see the word coming.
Word of the week for everyone that doesn't know. Archie picks a vocab word that he doesn't normally use.
Ever.
And tries to and it's a new word that he's learning, and he tries to weave it into the podcast. We have to pick up on it, me and Dan, and you as the listener, because if we miss it, you can win a hat if you message us and go, that was the word of the week.
One of our
Caught
mates'
it.
hats. Good quality hats.
Good quality hats.
You could win a hat.
You could win a hat, or Archie might forget to send it out to
Yeah.
Cam Ray. Shout out.
Cam Ray, that's getting sent out this week.
This
mate.
week, mate. Don't worry.
Will be sent out. It will be sent out. Nice brown lavender hat. No, it's back.
All right, let's get into the first segment.
Let's
We're
go.
chatting Legends Game. For the ladies and gentlemen who don't know what the Legends Game is, the AFL host a Legends Game. It's like an exhibition match to raise funds for prostate cancer, where all of the ex-AFL players come back. They're still pretty good players. And
The goats of our game.
the goats of our game come and play.
The best.
Victoria, all the Victorian goats versus the All-Stars. So
Yeah.
for anyone outside of Victoria
There's,
play.
there's some mammoth names this year.
Huge names, which we will get into, but yeah, they go head to head, and it's a very entertaining game because they've still got skill.
Yeah.
They try and
Half of them keep themselves fit.
there's lots of narratives happening. There's fights. It's just a game of entertainment.
Yeah.
So for us to be a part of it it's bloody awesome.
It's
so cool.
it might be the pinnacle of what we've done. I'd say.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Probably,
we've been on
you
this
know.
little trajectory over the last 5 years. And
Yeah.
there's ups and downs, and I don't know, us getting to the Legends Game, it feels pretty special to run it, to be
Oh,
able
it's
to run
just-
out at Marvel with your brother.
Yeah.
I think it might be the pinnacle.
Well, we've
So
gone
far.
We've gone from playing in the Div 12 Resi's biggest game at at Lockleys and Elizabeth and
exactly.
Norwood Oval to now
Playing in front of a crowd, yeah.
Marvel Stadium.
I reckon it's going to get packed too.
With some absolute goats.
Yeah.
So for us to get picked, thank you to Coach Kane Corns and
Kane Corns.
Shane Crawford for picking us.
If it wasn't for those boys leaning into the social media landscape and the influencers and content creators and getting on our side, it would not be possible. So I'm glad there's been a little shift where they're looking our way. Hopefully we can bring some new eyeballs.
Well, why aren't we playing for Victoria?
Well, that is the question. I mean, I just don't think they're leaning in.
Well-
like Cornsy and Croft.
I think the Vics are just off the influences. They're not about us.
They're not about it. They're old school.
The Vics are old school. They got Dustin Martin, Gary Ablett. They don't want to roll around with.
Are there any influences on the Vicks team? I haven't actually seen the lineup.
Dill Buckley,
Dill Buckley.
but he's an ex-AFL player.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's more
exactly.
in the ex-AFL bracket. Yeah.
So the Footy and Friends boys.
And he's sort of tied with Brett Deledio as well, with Footy and Friends.
Yeah.
So they sort of share that.
But the Corn wanted the influences. So as soon as he said, "I want the influences," I'm like, "Mate, I want to play for you. I don't want to play for anyone that doesn't want me."
All right, boys, who are we come up against, though? That's my big question.
Yeah.
Okay, so Team Victoria, Dustin Martin,
Ooh.
heavy hitter, straight off the top,
Childhood hero.
probably leading the group.
Probably past it, though.
Probably past it. He's
Probably
not,
past it. He's probably put on some kilos. He's the best the game's ever seen. We know how the ex-AFL players operate at local football. They've put on 10 kilos and they're still the best out there. That's what we're up against.
I'm going to don't argue, Dusty.
Well, you've been manifesting it with that fucking AI slot you created this week on our carousel
That was
post.
good AI slot.
Yeah, some people are for the AI slot. Some people hate the AI
People were
slot.
pretty off it, but hey, it's all right.
I think without the AI, that wouldn't have been created. So
Yeah, exactly.
don't take it for granted.
Dyson Heppel, quality.
He'll be a gun.
He's a gun. He's been playing Leon Gather, local footy.
Has he? He's still he's just chiseled. He takes care of himself. He'll be running around all day.
Campbell Brown,
Yep.
just a
bull.
James Harms,
he's good.
still
Yeah.
good. Daisy Thomas,
Yep. He'll be good.
Jude Bolton, nicest guy on the planet,
Probably the best bloke on the planet. Jude
really
Bolt.
good. Tommy Mitchell, who's still being good, Nick.
He'll be running around in the guts. Jeez, the guts is looking strong.
Ablett Jr. Wow,
Oh, my God.
mate, we're playing against like two of
Okay.
the all-time goats.
So what's their midfield looking like?
Their coach is Joel Selwood as well.
Selwood coaching, and their rovers will be Ablett Jr.,
Dustin Martin,
Brownlow medal, Dustin Martin, Brownlow medal, Dane Swan, Brownlow medal, Tom Mitchell, Brownlow medal.
Oh, my God.
There's a few Brownlows rolling around there. How do we nullify is the question.
Brett Deledio missed 3 grand finals.
Brett Deledio as well. Yeah.
Missed out on 3 grand finals.
Childhood
Leeds.
hero as well. Like, who's our secret weapon?
Dill Buckley washed.
He's washed.
Oh, thank God. There's some reprieve. But do we have any like that? Is I didn't realize how stacked the teams were.
We have a secret weapon in Riley Trey from Marmalade.
We do.
He could nullify all of them at once. just with the sheer.
When in doubt, just put Shrey on him.
Just put Shrey on him.
Ablett's fucking tearing the game apart, mate.
Yeah.
Shrey, we need you.
Yeah. There's been talk about how Ablett absorbs pressure through the hips, but you put Riley Shrey on him. Like, I think he collapses straight away.
I think he collapses too. The Marmalade boys are going to be special for
the
the All Stars. But he's going to get all the attention in the forward line. You could get loose.
I think I want to tag Lids.
You want to tag?
I want to tag Brett Deledio. Mate.
Shit.
They can be big boys as well. Like, I reckon they haven't lost their size.
No.
No, I want to run with him all day. I want to smell his redolence. He's
what?
Word of the week, redolence.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Come on.
Fuck.
What's redolence?
Wait, I forgot. It's been so long.
Redolence. It's a pleasant smell on someone or something.
A pleasant smell.
Yeah. He looks like a bloke that wears a nice cologne. Calvin Klein, maybe.
No, he scrubs up well.
Or a David Beckham of sorts. I just think it's going to be so surreal, bro. Like, we've grown up, like, obsessing over Dustin Martin and Brett Deledio as, you know, Richmond supporters growing up. Going to the MCG, going to Marvel, watching them play, fantasizing about being out there one day with these blokes. You know, bloody running the numbers. Oh, when I'm 18 and get drafted, are they just going to be old enough? Are they going to be on my team?
Yeah.
Am I going to be playing with them? Will they be retired or not?
Yeah.
And now we get to run out there on Marvel, and they'll be out there. Now, we won't be playing with them, but we will be out there with them.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's almost better playing against them. Like, you get the tag, you get it, like, you know, you're up in it. Like,
Yeah.
it'll
You
be
can
cool.
really get some contact on Dusty.
Yeah.
Just drill him for a tackle or
It's
something.
actually crazy.
It's pretty wild. So, I don't know. This is like a dream come true, honestly, doing this sort of stuff. I mean, I've got a message from my All-Stars teammates. Like, if it's me or Buddy leading out, you got to pick me because I've got a better set shot percentage than he does.
My God.
Within 45 metres, I will not miss. I guarantee it. And if I do miss, I'll run a marathon or something along those lines. I'll do something. Because I will not miss. I will not miss.
All right, let's figure out.
within 45.
No, he said it, marathon. If
I'll run a marathon.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he misses within 45 metres, he's
I'll
running
run a
the
marathon within the next week. Mate, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That, like, I'm sorry. You don't understand. I will not miss within 45 metres. It won't happen.
You're so not ready to run a marathon.
I'm
bro.
so excited. And I hope you don't miss.
Mate.
But when I'm watching the telly,
Mate, I don't even have to worry. I don't have to worry about this marathon myth that's now been put out into
Mate,
the
you
ether.
barely
It's
scraped-
not going to happen.
You barely scraped through a half marathon with training. Your groins were bleeding from chafe. You hobbled to the end
I'll wear
on a
skins.
half marathon.
Hey, we don't need to discuss it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, boys.
there is potential here, big potential. Last year, BT was ripping the influencers. So, what do you boys do for a living? Make commentary videos. There is a chance that you guys walk away from this with a commentary that you reenact of BT ripping shit out of you boys playing football.
We could be the brunt of the joke the entire night.
We could be lip syncing ourselves, ripping on ourselves, or for an embarrassing moment, or we kick a miraculous goal and we're lip syncing our own highlight.
I think we're lip syncing something regardless.
I knew there was four of you.
I think BT could have some good material with us. He might choose us as his mission for the night.
Why don't we try and sneak up into the commentary box? If we're not getting any game time, why don't we sneak up to the commentary
we could
box and
try to do
like
that.
just try and commentate a passage? Just get involved in the game.
Yeah. Sit next to BT. So, mate, hand over the reins.
I can't wait. It's going to be a special night, 27th of August, next Thursday. Everyone, if you can get down and support us, get around us, it would mean a lot.
We're going to try and make some moments of it. I don't know what it's going to look like, whether it's a spec or a goal or a run down the wing tackle. We're going to do something. We're going to bring something to the Legends game. Or maybe it's just warming the bench.
Unbelievable.
I don't know, but you're going to want to see it. Tune in on Channel 7 or get to the game at Marvel Stadium, August 27th. All for a good cause in prostate cancer. We're raising money.
Arch, it's safe to say we got prepared for the Legends game on the weekend.
Boys.
Any abuse we thought we were going to get at the Legends game, we copped on the weekend at local.
I think we've been preparing ourselves for the abuse at the Legends game for 10 years playing local football. I think the back of a truck, the under-19s, at local football does not compare.
No.
Will not compare to anything we cop at the Legends game.
Nothing at Marvel Stadium will ever trump the feedback that you get from the under-19s, 10 cans deep. The reserves, 10 cans deep, in the back of a ute, parked up in the forward pocket of a local football ground, just absolutely ripping you. And that's what we got at Rye Football Club on the weekend.
Yeah.
There are some clubs, Arch, that you
take your hat off.
You wake up on a Saturday morning and you go, wow, I'm going to cop it today. I'm going to venture down to Rye, and the faithful are going to be parked up in that pocket, ready to just hurl some outrageous abuse.
And it takes talent too. It takes talent from a group of under-19s. Like, what group is going to do it? What group has the vocalists?
Give me your best.
The material. There was some good material getting
Give me
thrown
your
out.
best, Rye. Give me your best. We had some good stuff.
We had some good stuff.
So
it wasn't just us copying it either. It was everyone, bro.
So I was
Everyone
playing full back, Arch, on the weekend.
Yeah.
And safe to say I was copying it my fair share.
I copped a bit, you copped a bit, but I couldn't hear anything you were copying because we were playing at different ends of the ground.
Well, since the Legends announcement, that was plenty of the material on the weekend from the Rye boys. Why aren't you playing for Victoria? You traitor. Shepmates, you're not a legend. You think you're a legend?
Fucking oath.
And then, there was a more direct one. You're a Shepmates. Just so.
That needs more work.
Normally you can like hear a bit of hesitation in their voice. There was no hesitation. It was like he was leaning over the fence just trying to get to my ear going, you're a Shepmates, and you know it.
Was it the whole group or was it just this one guy leading
know.
the charge?
I don't know, but they all got behind him. And it sounded like they were having a great time.
Yeah.
And I found myself laughing. I got outmarked in the first quarter, right next to them, and they were all like, oh, God bless you, mate. Chuck that on your TikTok.
You're like, fuck, I'm in for it today.
I can't help but laugh.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I feel like it just lights the fire, bro.
Yeah.
It lights the fire. You hear something over the fence, like, fuck, I need to lock in here. Makes you play better.
Yeah. Well, I was wearing the white shorts. It was a muddy day. Like, you look like you've shit yourself, Shepmates. You got shit stains.
Oh, God. Mate, they'll say.
Shepmates, you've got a wedgie. And then I'd go and pick my ass again, and they'd go, oh.
Oh, God.
And they would call me Archie. I think they got us mixed up.
Man, I think they did because they were calling me Miles.
Yeah, so they
Like, long gone are the Casey days, Miles. Long gone is your VFL career, Miles. What's happened now? I'm like, mate, it's Archie. What are you doing? Like, I'm not going to tell them.
Yeah, because they were dropping
let you make a fool of yourselves.
they were dropping your girlfriend's name to me.
What?
Yeah, they get excited, and then the game started getting close, and I mean, we both got our hands on the footy a fair bit, and they sort of start to retract because there was a good 2 quarters where there was no material for them.
Yeah.
And then one, I think it was the same bloke that called us a cunt.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm actually a big fan, Shep, but I'm not one to admit it.
I love that.
So they just like fully backtrack on it.
Mate, they're there to have fun. They're there to be with their mates and have a good time. And if we are their source material, I'm happy to play that role for
Yeah,
the
I'm
boys
happy to.
on a Saturday. I'm
Yeah.
happy to bring them that joy.
I'm happy to give them some entertainment.
Absolutely.
It makes the game funner.
Yeah.
Makes me want to play better as well. Makes me not want to have
Yeah.
another clanger in front of the forward pocket.
I want to put on a show for these boys.
Yeah.
Show them how it's done.
But no, thank you to the Rye Football Club for getting us ready for the Legends game.
Thanks, Rye.
Feedback. You guys You guys really went over and above, especially with the 1 point loss.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, it was bad. A 1 point loss. Oh man, the game had everything.
It had everything. It had...
The game stopped for 50 minutes when one of our players went down with a snapped fibula and tibula. His ankle was hanging. His ankle was hanging in the wrong direction.
I was near him when it happened, and he's on the ground in agony, looking at it, and it's sideways. His leg's sideways.
It was like crazy.
It was like a Paul George sort of Conor McGregor type injury. And he's like, oh mate, it was really hard to watch. It was literally you're at battle with your boys and you've just lost a soldier, and you can't do anything about it.
Sort of what it felt
like.
Was that necessary? Chernobyl.
Oh my god, Dan!
Look, if there's a message for Leroy in the hospital, look, Chernobyl happened.
No, you cannot give Leroy.
We don't have a broad range of sounds here.
You can't give Lee a Chernobyl.
Chernobyl happened, Lee. Like, bit of perspective, mate.
Oh
You'll get over
my
it.
god, mate!
He gave me the nod, and I don't know if I got the nod.
No,
correct.
that's crazy. No,
No, I know.
mate.
It's a comedy podcast.
Get over it.
Mate, come on,
Get over it, Leroy.
This is
Far
6
out.
months. He might not play football for a year, Miles.
It's not radiation, Leroy. You'll be right.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, honestly.
No, bro. Okay, back to it.
Dude,
Dude, it felt like we lost a soldier. And
did.
It was quite an eerie feeling about it. It's like, fuck, could have been any of us.
Mm.
Could have been any of us that got our ankles stuck underneath some bloke and the whole brunt of his weight lands on your
Lands
leg.
on it, just snaps it.
Just snaps it. Gone. Football. 6-12 months. Gone.
It felt like we were at war. I'm looking at Lee there. I'm looking at Lee, and he's just like, holding his leg. Like his leg had just been blown off.
Oh, man. And we're wearing our Anzac jumpers as well.
Yeah.
It's the 60th anniversary of the Battle of Long Tan.
It was our coach's last game after 3 years. It was just such an emotional game. And then for that to happen,
Oh, mate.
it just made it even more.
And are we going to talk about the pre-game warm-up? Mate,
Oh, yeah.
you're our skipper and you led us into enemy territory before you'd even shook hands with the opposition captain. We're warming up on their side of the ground.
Yeah.
So, for context, when you're at your home football club, there's a side of the ground where you warm up. It's your territory. It's usually closest to the change rooms. If we're playing at Crib Point, we're warming up closest to the change rooms. That is our side. No one touches it. Same goes for every other club. Rye, they'd run out and they want to go closest to theirs. They own that half. Miles leads us into that half. We've run out before they have. They're not out there yet. And we're warming up on their side of the ground for about 5 minutes. And we sort of clock it like, oh, are we on their side of the ground? I don't know.
Look, I didn't really think too much into it.
I don't think we clocked it at all until they started running out. And there was just a bit of murmuring. Going, oh, what the fuck? What are you bugs doing?
Yeah.
Like, and there was just like
No,
a
it
lot of,
was the 19s in the pocket.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they were letting us know. Like, what are you doing warming up on this side?
And then we all started to clock it like, oh fuck, we actually are on the wrong side of the ground. And then all of a sudden Rye runs out and they do not waver. They run straight into our area. We're doing kick to kicks. They start doing kick to kicks.
We're all warming
top
up
of us.
together. We're warming up together.
I
Mate,
like it.
I've never collected an opposition player before the hands have been shook by the captains. Never before a game. And a Rye players ran my way and we've just collected each other in the warm-up.
And then I was like, fuck, do I leave or do I stay?
Oh, mate, fuck no. We will not compromise.
And then we held our ground for probably 5 minutes.
It was too far gone, bro. There's no way we could compromise the warm-up there and show weakness. It was like, fuck, we're in the wrong here, but we just have to stand our ground and we're going to hold here for 5.
We held for 5.
And do a warm-up on top of each other.
Yeah.
And we're all kicking on top of each other.
It just set the tone for an all-time battle. It was an all-time battle. And that was our last game for the season. So that's the end of our local football chapter on this podcast. Until we get into pre-season. There's going to be more cricket coming up, I reckon, to chat about.
Another year of football done, Miles. How you feeling?
That tastes like promotion!
What
Well, we're
promoted?
definitely not getting promoted.
We just lost. We didn't even make finals, Dan.
Oh, my bad.
No, this season,
I'm so sorry.
This season was a bitter disappointment.
You're the worst button pusher.
I thought you guys. Oh, that's on me. That's on me.
What did you think?
I thought you guys had a good season.
No, mate.
No.
Oh, you of all people know.
Oh, what happened? So you guys finished.
Finished like third.
Fourth bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
so
that's my bad.
I think we had like
shocker season.
I think we had like 14 injuries throughout the year.
Oh, mate. And then
Captain
we
went,
finished
Captain
with
went to
18.
Mykonos.
Well, the captain went to Mykonos when the season was buried. So we locked in a
the
buried
captain
season.
planned on staying.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the season was buried, I'm like, Mykonos looks awfully enticing.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, if you're gonna go on holidays mid-season, do it in a year where you're not gonna make finals.
That's
that
all I'll
should
say.
be advocated at every club.
Yeah. That should be the rule.
Take your year. Do it now.
When Europe was like slightly on the cards and then finals was out of the question, was there a part of you that went, "Oh, it's not the worst news"?
Well, yeah. It was like, well, I'm not going to feel guilty when I'm overseas. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's not
And
like
I was already going, so I was feeling guilty at the start of the year, and then it just got buried and away from us. And like, fuck yeah, I've got 4 weeks in Europe. How good's this? I don't feel guilty. So the transition from football season is now going into cricket season, Arch. And, it's sort of a somber way to go about it. We've been banged by Ladesh in the Northern Territory. Oh, mate.
The washed Aussies, bro.
It's one of the great reverses. I mean, we were talking a couple of weeks ago how we were going to Bangladesh, but they've just Ladeshed us and Bangladeshed us.
What the hell?
Mate, our side is stacked, and we just got done by a team that is never wins Test cricket.
Our side doesn't want it. Do we want it? Are we actually that good? Well, you can't be a great side and get absolutely bent over, belt out, and spanked by a subpar subcontinental country like Bangladesh.
Are they subpar? Is this Bangladesh's
They have always
generational
been
run?
subpar. And now they have made a name for themselves. And respect to Bangladesh. I'd rather support Bangladesh right now than support Australia. With what we
Fresh
do.
faces, new talent. There's heaps on the up. For
Inspiring
Bangladesh
a
right now.
nation. Inspiring a generation of cricketers in Bangladesh. The fact that they've gone on Australian soil, taken some of the greats of Australian cricket, spanked them, just dug in. Everything England couldn't do. So much more fight than England. So much more grit.
Is there a problem in how we're going about things? Now, you boys might have seen what surfaced on the internet just before this test, and it was a video of the Bangladesh squad training in the nets, and a golf ball had landed in their session.
I actually haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
This golf ball may have been hit by one of the Australian cricketers.
Are you fucking serious?
I'll get the footage up now. We can talk
real?
through.
Is he done? Terrible golfer.
Why did Marnus Labuschagne call Steve Smith a terrible golfer? This is the 13th hole at Darwin Golf Club. It runs adjacent to the nets outside Marara Oval, where Bangladesh were training this afternoon. Meanwhile, the Australian players were playing golf, and Travis Head and Steve Smith both hit their tee shots out of bounds on the 13th tee
You're joking.
into the nets area.
No.
Fortunately, no one was injured. There was a lot of amusement as the balls were given back to Head and Smith's playing partners, Labuschagne and Bo Webster.
Was this before the
Have the
test?
Aussies been on the golf course? Have the Aussies been on the golf course the entire week, even during play, while Bangladesh have been sweating it out, training hard?
Bangladesh knew they were going to wipe the Aussies after that. Oh, yeah, they're on the golf course.
We're in the nets.
Smith and Marnus are already edging them. Straight to us. They're feeding us already.
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking.
Yeah. Trav Head can't hit it straight. Smithy can't hit it straight. Yeah.
Oh, my
That's
It's so funny.
the
Why
irony in
is
that is just comical.
Why is golf always at the center of our shit performances? It's always golf.
Someone's
the same,
doing
the
their
same
back.
thing with Uzi last year in Perth.
Yeah.
He's done his back. He was playing golf 2 days before. Everything is around golf.
They just love golf.
Just fucking Play golf, but don't film it. Or don't tell anyone that you play golf.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get away with it when you start hitting the opposition.
Yeah, exactly.
when they're
It's not like they
training.
were actively trying to film that, bro. Like they've hit it into the training center for the Bangladesh.
Far out.
It's insane.
Golf is the downfall of every great man, isn't it? It just takes, it sucks.
It'll consume you.
It'll consume you.
I reckon half the boys would have been thinking about their previous day's performance on the golf course.
It's
while
so
they were playing the
addicting.
test match.
I don't know how you can be a professional athlete, and especially
Oh,
cricket.
You got to have days off, and you can switch off with the golf.
Yeah, but when the
It's,
golf
it's
comes,
easy to rip golf. I'm not on that train. I think the boys can play as much golf as possible.
I think they should ban golf until we win, until we beat Bangladesh.
well, like Steve Smith.
Oh,
Until the
100%.
next time we play
Yeah, there's no
Bangladesh.
golf happening in between a lost test.
Can I say this to finish off though?
Yeah.
It's a good result in terms of. I love when smaller nations in Test cricket.
Oh, it's great for the game.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's needed for the game.
There was the West Indies. It was a couple of years back.
Yep.
Like it's so good. So you hope that Bangladesh compounds this now because we need more teams.
Need more opponents.
Because England's done. They're
England's washed.
we need more
England's
opponents,
finished.
and I think it's actually a good thing for the game. So I'm annoyed, but I'm actually quite happy that they beat us.
It will inspire a new generation. It will ignite Test cricket globally. It'll make Test cricket stronger in a world where short format cricket is trying to take over everything. And the beauty of Test cricket is that you can grind away. You know, you can really dive into the narratives. Heroes are made by their endurance. Endurance, not by their flashiness, by their endurance. And it's very Chernobyl-esque.
We hit
No, we don't. We do not.
Well,
hit
and
it
the
for that.
thing that people forget about Test cricket, T20 cricket and one day cricket, you can't watch it over the whole work week. Like a test goes Monday through Friday. You're not doing any work at the office.
You lock in.
You get a whole test match.
We're riding it with the boys for the full 5 days.
Yeah. More Test
You
cricket.
don't get that with any short format cricket.
You don't have to worry about what you're doing that day.
Yeah. Emails
Oh,
are done.
Cricket's on.
Cricket's on, yeah.
What am I doing today? Oh, cricket's on.
Oh, my small talk sorted.
Oh,
You know.
great point.
That is what Test cricket is for. It saves the small talk around the globe. For all
True.
you know.
It's a good point. I go to the Mrs. house, Jim, her dad's there. How are you, mate?
Bank content.
Bloody yeah, Cam Green battle well, but is he still got a?
It's just elite. You know, you're rocking up to the in-laws and the conversation's already
Yeah,
started.
there's no hesitation to decline the offer to go have dinner with the in-laws because you know you're just going to sit there and talk Test cricket for the whole
100%.
night.
What
Like your
could have
night's
happened-
sorted.
I can't believe Greeny made a ton. Like, I wrote him off. Like, shouldn't have been playing at the start. Like, there's heaps of conversation.
That one co-worker that you just hate talking to, you know, it's like, oh, it's bearable now because I can just chat cricket.
Just Test cricket. It's
Yeah.
5 days of it. The next 5 days are sorted.
Yeah.
So there's another silver lining. The loss. That's an extra 10 minutes of conversation with Paul at the water cooler. You know what I
Can't
mean?
believe that. We just got banged by a dash.
Let's get Paul rambling for a bit.
And then it's like, what, Paul? What do we have to change? And that's you're going through. You're through to lunch.
Like, Paul, what's your solution?
Yeah.
And, you know, Paul's solution could be the solution.
Oh, absolutely. And
I
you're
mean,
going to
every solutions are like assholes in the Test cricket. Everyone's got one.
Before you know it, you're clocking off.
I mean,
And then you
everyone's
clock off.
solution was to have Cam Green not in the side, and then he goes and tons up.
So
I mean,
even
that was my solution. Cam Green should have never been picked in this Test match.
You said that.
Oh, and I doubled down. I mean, amongst my small talk over the last 4 days, there's been what is Cam Green doing in this Test cricket side, especially after the first innings, and then he goes and does that.
Statement.
Now, everyone I've chatted to thinks I'm a fucking idiot. Greeny's making me look like a fucking idiot. That's what he's doing to me
Making everyone look like an
half the Aussie fans.
It's making everyone look like an idiot.
He's making
Respect to Greeny.
He's making the coaching staff look like geniuses. All right, Arch. Last night we were at the local footy club. We were, and we were having dinner. And a mate of ours comes over and he's like, geez, you boys would be pumped for the NFL coming to Melbourne.
Yeah, he did.
So we end up talking about the San Francisco 49ers coming in, the LA Rams, and getting around that. I'm like, hey, you know, we're actually talking to Scott Hanson on the podcast tomorrow. We just dropped that bombshell there. He's like, what, Scott Hanson? The host of RedZone? I'm like, yeah, mate, yeah. He's coming on the pod. He's like, yeah, he does 7 hours straight, no bathroom breaks, full broadcasting. And he explains the game really well, even if you don't know. I'm like, yeah, that's who we've got on the pod. He's like, well, can you get him to get me some extra tickets? I'm like, well, I don't know about that. I can't promise you that, but I can promise you he's going to get everyone pretty pumped up about the NFL coming to Melbourne. We can't wait to chat to him. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Hanson is with us on the Shepmates show today. Big welcome.
Gentlemen, we're back.
We are
so back, fellas. Now, I'm holding up this one here. I know you're used to the other one that has a different letter on the front there, but
it does.
Ball is back, gentlemen. Great to be with you, Miles. Great to be with you, Archie.
Mate, it's so good to see you. That the NFL Bowl, the Gridiron Bowl, does have a bit more aura to it than
It does.
probably the Aussie Rules little pink leather skin. I don't know. I think there's something about it, but it's good to see you again, Scott. And we were just saying off air that we saw each other 2 years ago at the NFL draft in Detroit. So it's nice to see a familiar face, mate.
You guys got one of the biggest ovations of that entire 3-day weekend NFL draft, if you remember. Because should I tell the audience, or you want to tell the audience how we came to be?
I think it would be interesting to hear it from your perspective, because I think we've told the story quite a few times.
So for those who don't know, which I'm guessing most people watching this probably have not been to an NFL draft in person, but one of my jobs is it's 3 days long. The first round is on a Thursday, U.S. time is on Thursday, which is, prime time, the first round pick, all of that. Second day is rounds 2 and 3. Well, the third day is rounds 4 through 7. And even hardcore American football fans don't necessarily know the names of all the guys who are getting drafted, right? So to keep it fun, keep it entertaining, the NFL puts me up on the stage in between picks. And I'm able to, kind of dance around and do some giveaways, contests, hype up the crowd, all of that stuff. Well, one of the things I love to do, and they give me helmets and footballs and jerseys as prizes for different fans that we identify in the crowd.
Yes.
Well, so one thing I do every year is I say, who traveled the farthest to make it to this NFL draft? Who came the farthest distance? And I say, you got to show me an ID or a passport. And so different people are raising their hands and they say, oh, we came from California. Oh, we came from Alaska. Well, we came from wherever. And a couple of hands went up in the crowd and they said, we're from Australia, mate. And I said, if you can prove that.
Yeah.
And y'all did. And so we put you on the big screen there and everything. And I think you guys either later on did, or earlier you had announced a pick from the podium too, right?
Yes. We got booed off stage by 80,000 people. It was great.
Well, but you got cheered though when I put you on, I believe, because I think one of you kind of shot off at the mouth or something like that, didn't you? Against the crowd.
Yeah, we were being a bit cheeky. Yeah.
But they loved the fact that you boys would be dedicated enough to come all the way from a different hemisphere to join the big NFL party. So and the rest is we started following you on social media. You guys do an awesome job. And just so you know, one of the career goals I have, and I've been a sportscaster for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
One of my career goals is to never appear on the Shepmates social media.
Never? What do you mean never?
Never.
It's an honor.
Because you guys find these dudes that have a tongue twister and then they say something that came out of Urban Dictionary instead of out of the Sportscaster's playbook, and it gets them in trouble. And you guys are hilarious. And you mimic them. Or people that lose their minds. I do lose my mind every once in a while on RedZone with the action. But I don't ever want to get on Shepmates when there's a negative connotation to it.
Oh, well, we do.
So let me put it that way.
I do understand that. I mean, with the announcers and the commentators, usually it's like riding the wave of a moment, but with the sportscasters, it's always like a blunder in the studio.
There's
or a
two
mix of words, like something like that.
There's two sides to our page. Like some people find it an honor. It's a great moment. They nailed the call. The moment was massive.
or it's just an absolute blunder on the microphone.
Yeah. No, that's true. You guys, look, I think you guys are awesome. You guys do a great job. I'm sure everyone watching, or hopefully everyone watching this, is already following you guys. But if there's anyone out there who doesn't, and you love sports, you got to follow these guys. I don't know how you do it. It is so, it looks syllable perfect every time I watch. And I watch it as a fan, and I laugh or I get excited or whatever. And then I scroll it back because I'm like, let me see if they really nailed every last word. And
well, the
bravo,
pressure's on
Jump.
now because
Bravo.
the pressure is on because I feel like that's what our followers are doing now, Scott. They're sort of going back and going, how do these guys get it exactly perfect? So every time we go to film, we're like, geez, people are going to be critiquing this. So we're a bit like you, Scott. We've got to lock in for several hours, full focus, no bathroom breaks with us either.
Oh, a lot of complaining. A lot of complaining from you.
Yeah. Oh, you reckon? Yeah. No, I appreciate that, Scott. It's good that, we're getting some recognition on the international stage.
That's right.
And to go back to, being in Detroit from Australia, as soon as that competition came up, we were like, yeah, we're in to win this. Like, no one's competing with Australia. We are so far away, which I think almost makes it so special that the NFL is coming to Australia all the way across the Pacific. We feel disconnected from the big sports in America so often. So for you guys to be bringing your biggest sport over to Melbourne, Australia is just that special. And we're getting, we're starting to feel the atmosphere.
The guy we were chatting to at footy last night, he's taking the whole week off.
Yeah.
Just to soak in the whole atmosphere. He was asking us, he was like, do you know where the 49ers are training and the Rams are training? I'm like, I don't have that information yet. It's not public.
Yeah. and Scott, you were in Australia, in Melbourne a few months ago. Did you catch a bit of the fan fever whilst you were here?
100%. 100%. First of all, what you said is totally true. I mean, it is amazing that these two cultures, these two countries that are as sports mad as the United States and Australia. I've traveled the world. I've been to 6 of the 7 continents. I've been to probably close to 40 countries there. And I always pay very close attention. The only country that would rival my homeland of the United States in terms of sports fandom across the board is Australia.
Come on.
Is Australia.
Come on.
And look, if you go to England, they love football, soccer, right? You go to India, they love cricket and they might love soccer.
Yeah,
you go to Germany and they love rugby. And so there are sports fans everywhere in the world, of course. But in terms of loving every sport and loving it to the extreme, I've seen no place outside of the U.S. like Australia. So you guys, I think you guys are going to do an amazing job at hosting this game. The Australian populace is blessing us with your biggest and arguably best stadium.
Yes.
I mean,
it's huge.
And the NFL in return is sending a playoff quality matchup, including the number 1 team in the power rankings of the NFL is kicking off their season. The Rams are the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl, which, doesn't mean anything in September or in August. but somebody's got to be number 1 to begin, and the Rams are number 1 with the returning people that they have and who they've added this offseason, playing a division game against the Niners. This thing, I don't want to overstate it, but this thing will have a mini playoff game or a mini Super Bowl type feel in the first game of the season for these two teams. It's going to be a blast.
I can't believe it. It's like the way you just summed that up is insane. And I think there's going to be people listening to in our audience that maybe aren't across the NFL, and they're not going to realize how big it is until the Rams and the 49ers touch down and the fandom just starts. It's going to be in every news cycle. The MCG is going to be rocking. What was your thoughts on the MCG when you went, and how would you explain that sort of coliseum to your fellow American people?
Well, this will be, I believe this will be the single biggest crowd for any NFL game this entire 2026 season.
Wow.
There is no regular stadium in the NFL that has the capacity of MCG.
Not even
there's a few other
SoFi Stadium? Is that
Nope.
not even?
Nope.
That was
Nope.
massive.
Well,
Yeah.
I need to see what the configuration is for MCG. I mean, I know it holds over 100,000. Are they saying that the way they configure it for the NFL game will still be over 100,000? I believe they told me when I was there in May that was going to be the case.
I think so.
And if it's over 100,000, that'll be the biggest. We have some college football stadiums in the United States that are bigger than pro stadiums that could rival the MCG in terms of attendance.
Yeah.
But this will be the biggest. There might be an international game. I don't know the size of like the Germany stadiums or Mexico City's stadium is huge. I don't know about the stadium in Brazil, but I believe this will be the biggest crowd for any NFL game the entire season.
Yeah.
And so that's the most noticeable thing is that the noise that'll be generated, the hype that'll be generated. I know it's being played. What is it? Friday morning in Melbourne, which is probably a different feel. Although you will not need to encourage the Aussies to get lubricated for the game.
Wow.
That early in the morning. There'll be some people that won't go to sleep the night before and just continue the Thursday night party into Friday.
That's it.
We'll be watching it in prime time here in the United States on Thursday. So it'll be awesome. And the MCG's just gorgeous. They let me actually go down on the field. I got to walk on the field. If that's the same grass that they're going to use, the AFL grass for the NFL, that the players I think they're going to love that. And in terms of the hospitality, Aussies do it right. And I think any American fans that fly to Australia and get their first experience of the land down under and Melbourne, they will love it. They'll love it.
Well, the fan experience is something that me and Archie and I experienced when we were in the States. We actually went to a college football game, which I can imagine is very similar to
In Mississippi.
yeah. But the way they hype the game up before, with the crowd entertainment, the highlights packages on the big screen, the AFL has actually taken that and started to implement that hype into their own games, the way they run out and they're almost straight into the action. So I'm excited for Australians who go to that game to experience the level of just hype that they put around it. Like there'll probably be fireworks.
Extravagance.
I'm wondering if they're going to get a plane to fly over the top, because when we went to the college football game, you normally get planes flying over the top. So
Does that never happen in AFL?
never.
Nah, that doesn't happen.
Trust me, if the NFL can make it happen, like if the Australian Air Force will work with them, they're going to be a bomber or a fighter jet or something, helicopters, something going over. We love it. And if you could blow something up on top of the stadium, that's American style right there. Like some fireworks, some big boomers or something like that right at the same time, right when the national anthem finishes. I'm sure they're going to sing both national anthems, Australia and the United States. It's going to be an atmosphere, gentlemen, an atmosphere.
Hey, you touched on the fact that the game is on at 10:30 in the morning. How do you recommend Aussies go about it? Do you reckon they go all the way through on the? Because I know mates groups are getting together and they're planning to go to the game and go into the pubs. Do they do the all nighter, or do you recommend start early and go through till Friday night? What do you reckon?
I would recommend that they all get an American-sized beverage, which is something akin to this right here.
That's massive. Yeah.
This is how we do it.
Scott's
Now, this is just
holding a massive
electrolyte
glass
water here. But this is how we do it in the US of A.
That's huge.
And I would recommend that.
Everything is massive.
Responsibly, let me say that, responsibly.
Of course.
Yes.
Drink responsibly.
Of
But,
course.
I mean, look, should they go all night? You got to know yourself, just like the players. You have to know your breaking point.
Know your limits.
You know? How much training have you done in the summer? Well, in your winter, you know, and our summer, how much training have you done to be able to say, okay, the party starts at 11 o'clock in the evening the night before, and we can go all the way to 11 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Yeah, exactly. It's a stamina.
You got to know yourself. So
do you think?
I'm trying to think if what I would do, I'd go to sleep, but I'd set the alarm for 6 o'clock or so in the morning.
Yep.
And I wouldn't need the alarm to go off. I'd be waking up. My eyes would be opening around 5:55.
Like Christmas.
You know?
Yeah.
Like Christmas. Or like a RedZone Sunday in Australia.
Zone. Yes.
Because when I did my little ambassador tour in May, I met so many RedZone fans. And every time I tried to be as sincere as I could to say, salute to you Aussies who wake up it's something like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. Mm-hmm. You have to wake up if you want to watch RedZone live. Yes. And that is dedication, baby. That is dedication. So
there are RedZone fans everywhere in Australia. I'm not surprised. I know the quality of the product, but it still blows my mind. Like you said, the dedication. If you could explain NFL RedZone in one sentence or two sentences, how would you explain it?
Instead of watching one game, you're watching every game.
That's pretty good.
Or this was not my original because it's a slightly blasphemous statement, but somebody wrote, there was a sports writer who watched RedZone for the first time like 15 years ago. And he wrote, watching RedZone is like giving your remote control to God. Slightly blasphemous, right? I don't want to go there. Good. But we will take you to where you need to be at any given time.
Yeah.
Now, this is more than one sentence, but imagine if there's AFL fans watching or whatever. Let's say there's 8 AFL games that kicked off at the same exact moment, right?
Yeah.
Instead of watching one game, you can watch one channel, and we will take you to the stadium where the action is hottest moment by moment. 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there, 90 seconds there, 10 seconds there.
Yeah.
For 7 straight hours, nonstop, every single Sunday. American fans eat it up, and so does the global audience that loves NFL football.
Did you just call yourself God, Scott?
No, I did not.
No, you hand your remote to God, and Scott Hanson is Jesus.
Now,
that is
little lowercase g, lowercase g.
The lowercase g. Okay, he's not taking all the credit. Scott, it's 7 hours of, I think your catchphrase, 7 hours of commercial-free football. It's a long time to just be locked in, changing from screen to screen, overstimulated. Mate, you don't even drink caffeine. Like, what is the secret to getting through that stint and maintaining such a high energy?
You know, I mean, look, I love the game, right? I love the game.
Gotta love it.
I value my profession. It requires me to go 7 straight hours and have energy in hour 6 like I had it in hour 1. Yeah. Have energy in week 18 like I had in week 1, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I value my profession, but ultimately I respect the audience. And I believe in the golden rule, which I believe in doing unto others as I would have them do unto me. If they hosted a show, my audience or our audience, that if they hosted a show that I loved in a sport that I loved or something that I wanted to watch I would hope they would give everything that they've got to inform and entertain me.
Yes.
And so I feel that way about the audience. I give everything I got. Now, beyond that, the true story is I actually just came from the gym. I just got out of the shower here in USA time.
You're looking good. Got that pump. Got that pump, baby. Pump. Get that chest out. You need to put that camera angle down. Tilt that screen down.
This is old man. You should have seen me back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I'll be in the gym and I'll be doing whatever, an hour of cardio or a couple of hours of weights or whatever. And then like in the last 10 minutes when it's the hardest, when you just want to stop, I'm like, This is for the witching hour right here.
Yeah,
this is for
witching
for the final hour of the show. This is for week 17 or 18 when my body's tired and warm. No, I got to push through right there.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking to you from my home in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
This is my home setup. I don't know if this will come through or not.
Yeah, I can
but
say it.
see, that's my that is my home setup. That is
Scott,
you guys
is there like 20 screens on your wall there?
5 screens. that's a
way.
70-inch TV, which I don't know what that is in centimeters. Those are 50-inch TVs.
Oh
Those
my
are
God.
big screens. They're just 30 feet back over there.
Mate.
And
Scott, don't tell me you get off RedZone and you jump on the couch when you get home and you're going to watch more football. Please don't tell me that.
okay, I won't tell you that.
What do you call that
Are
zone,
you
Scott?
serious?
What do you call that zone?
That's the home zone, baby. That's the home zone. No, guys, I can take stimulus. Like I can. Nothing seems to overwhelm me for whatever reason, and I'm not patting myself on the back. That's kind of the way I'm wired.
Yeah.
I'll come home from RedZone and I'm exhausted, and I pour myself a tall beverage because I haven't eaten or drank anything for more like 9
reasons.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you treat it?
So I'll pour, and then I put Sunday Night Football begins right at the end of it, RedZone. So I'll put Sunday Night Football on in the middle screen.
Crazy.
Then I put we have NFL Network and then ESPN do highlight shows of the NFL from that day. I'll put those on the outside screens, and then over on the far screens, I'll put like a couple of movies, and I can watch all of it at the same time. Oh yeah,
Bro's watching movies too.
I'll watch all that stuff, but man, I am done talking when I finish RedZone.
Yeah.
Like if somebody calls me on the phone, I let it go to voicemail and I hit him with a text, and I'll be like, bro, I don't feel like talking right now.
Yeah, the voice is
So yeah.
Because you just don't stop. It's constantly changing between the different screens, explaining the different games, the red alerts in the witching hour when everything's coming to the climax. Like the energy doesn't dip, and it's your job to sell that, and you do an amazing job.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it.
Scott, you've been doing it for 17 years. I'm sure, and I know you've got this love for the game and this passion, and you probably show up every Sunday, and you've got the best job in the world. But is there moments where you're like, maybe something happened pre-show, or I don't know, something that the audience doesn't know, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, and you sort of just grit your teeth and do? Has there been some close calls?
Yes, I have never missed a show. We've done 294 episodes. Wow. So episode 300 is coming this season, by the way. So like 294 shows over 17 years. I've never missed a show. Not that I had a close call, but the last time I took a bathroom break, the last time was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I took the bathroom break because it was late in the season. So it was the month of December. And of course, up here, we have winter in December. So we had snow on the ground in outside of Los Angeles. There's mountains out here. And I love to snow ski. I love skiing. So a couple of my buddies on like Wednesday, middle of the week, in between RedZone episodes, they say, hey, let's go skiing. So I went skiing with them, and I took a hard fall, and I hurt my rib cage. I thought I broke a rib.
Oh no!
And I wasn't sleeping well.
That's the worst injury. Nasty injury.
Oh, it's painful. It's painful. Like breathing deep, or if you had a cough or a sneeze, you're like just a knife in there.
Yeah.
So I got a little out of my rhythm that week because I was dealing with this injury.
Yeah. Okay.
And I ate a little too much and I drank a little too much before the show. I broke my usual routine.
Yeah.
And late in the day, my bladder was full and I had to go. And I told my producer at the time, he can hear me all the time in my microphone, even when you guys at home can't hear. I said, hey, Yunty, I go, I said, you're not going to believe this. And he goes, what? He's like thinking I'm talking about one of the games as we're watching all the games. And I go, I got to go to the bathroom. And I hear not only him in my ear, I can hear the entire control room, which is like 20, 30 people in the control room. They all go, oh, like that, like they couldn't believe it in my ear. And I go, so just park it on one of these games and hopefully that team gets a few first downs so I can run down to the men's room real quick.
Oh, my.
And I did. I popped my earpiece, took my microphone off, ran down to the men's room, and I tweeted out. I just took my first bathroom break in, however many years, and it got shared and liked and replied to or whatever else that Twitter, what was called Twitter back then,
Twitter broke
sent
down.
me a message saying, congratulations, your tweet was the most viewed tweet in the United States, or whatever. It was some type of a message about how amazing that tweet was.
Oh, my.
And I was like, man, people love that. So that's probably the closest call that I've had.
Would have been a
Wow.
cultural
Yeah.
phenomenon. What, Scott Hanson takes a piss?
The
I thought it
world-
wasn't possible.
The world was never the same after that day, I don't think.
I don't think so.
There was earthquakes.
And I was in the, I don't know what you guys call the emergency room, but I went to the hospital that night because of the rib injury. They took an x-ray, and it wasn't a broken rib, but I had torn, like there's a lining in your rib cage that I had perforated or something like that. And the doctor just said, you got to let it heal up on its own. I'm like, all right, doc.
Well, Scott, you're probably teaching me and Archie a few lessons on commitment. We went on holidays from our podcast after week 14, and you've done 200. 300.
Yeah. Had to go to Europe, Scott. Come on.
We were pretty busy.
There's beers in Greece that needed drinking.
We call that soft mates.
No. Let's take this back to when RedZone was starting back in 2009. I believe you had to do a 5-hour audition, was it, to try and land the gig? Is that correct?
Yeah. So
That's
when
insane.
in the summer of 2009, so let me use months for opposite seasons here, but roughly around June of 2009, I was already working for the NFL as a reporter. So they would fly me to one individual game and I would cover that game. And then they would fly me to a practice that week. And then they'd send me to a news conference, one at a time. So I was already in the company. But that summer, June, I heard that they were going to start this show, NFL RedZone. And I understood the concept was going to be, okay, instead of one game, you're going to watch every game and you're going to take the audience to where the action is hottest. And I was like, oh, man, I would love to
Is
get
that like
my
your
hands on
dream?
that
Is that pitch your dream? Like hearing that, like all
100%.
games at once?
100%. When I was a little kid, I used to watch the living room TV with one game and drag my dad's TV from the den in with a cable behind it so I could watch two games at once. And then my mom would say I would turn on the radio. This is before satellites and cable and all the other stuff. I would turn on the radio to see if I could find another game and then have like a newspaper and a magazine sitting in front of me and doing all of it at the same time.
So that was your version of like your own analog Octobox back in the day.
Yep. And so I've been doing that, I guess, my whole life. So when I heard we were going to do this show, I'm like, oh, I want that. So I called up the guy who was the talent coordinator, who was going to be one of the people making the decision about who the host was going to be. And I said, hey, what's the deal? I want this. So, well, we're doing auditions. And for those who don't know, a television audition, at least in the United States, a TV audition usually is pretty quick. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. They put you up on the set. They microphone you. They want to see how you look, how you sound. If you can read the teleprompter, if there's a teleprompter, I think just basic stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it's 15, 20 minutes, and then they've got enough. Well, because stamina is one of the key aspects of RedZone, they decided to make the audition 5 hours long.
Yeah.
And there were no games on because it was in the off season. So they took 8 games from a random week the season before.
Yeah.
They queued up all 8 games to the kickoff, hit play simultaneously, started it on 8 screens and said, talk.
Just let him cook.
And that was the audition.
No way. Did you feel like maybe you had you've got an athletic background, you played ball, you got that competitive spirit. Do you feel like you had an edge going into that audition? Like, I am ready for this stamina aspect?
I knew I was going to give it everything I had. I knew I was going to. I love the game, and people have always told me my enthusiasm for the game translates through the television screen.
Yeah.
And so I was I gave it everything I had, and but I'll tell you, I was nervous because we didn't have live rosters available to me in case I couldn't remember a name.
No
we didn't
way.
have live stats. Like I was just flying blind.
No,
That's brutal.
That's probably the toughest aspect because we've been lucky enough to do some broadcasting or just go into the commentary box and have a crack with people. But we've got, you can see the screens, you can see the players, the numbers, the information's in front of you. So we have a genetic duplicate to lean on whenever we run out of words. Yeah, or if I'm forgetting a name, the other one will come in to help us. So, we've had everything go our way to try and perform really well. Yeah. But without all that, you got to find a different gear, and you got to.
Oh, bro, I had a full suit on, and I was flop sweating right through that suit, and I don't sweat a whole lot, but I was going, and I'm thinking in my head, which is horrible as a broadcaster to be inside of your own head, thinking, how am I doing? What, that was stupid. I shouldn't have said that, and trying not to compound it. Well, the audition ends. And I said it was 5 hours long. An NFL game lasts about 3 hours. So they queued up more games and made you go into the late afternoon of the thing. Finished the audition. Had no idea if I had won the part or ruined my career. But a couple weeks later, the executive producer of the network called me up and said, "Hey, Scott, we want to let you know we want to name you the host of NFL RedZone." And I said, "Oh, Eric, that's great. Thank you so much." I'm like, so you watched the 5 hour audition? They recorded it so all the executives could watch it.
No way.
And he goes, "Scott," "I watched the first 10 minutes of it, and I knew you were my guy." And I said, "Oh, wow, that's great. Thank you." And in my head, I'm thinking, then why in the did you have me do 5 hours and ruin a perfectly good suit and all of the rest? But whatever. All's well that ends well.
Scott, we sort of had a similar story. Not 5 hours worth of an audition, but we did have an audition for, I won't say the network, but they were trying this live watch along thing for this sport, and we were doing it probably not too long ago. And, we had to sit down and we're reacting to the sport live in this watch-along environment. And we're probably recording for an hour and 20 maybe. Yeah. And, we did a great job. And, you're in the moment and you're cracking gags and you're doing everything, trying to put your best foot forward for this audition. And we log off and, we're going to get some lunch and stuff. And one of the tech operators came up and he's like, "Yeah, so, boys, we're just going to have to re-record the mics. They weren't working. So we're just going to have to go back in and just do it all again if we can." And he's trying to play it off. And we're sort of looking at each other like, you got to be joking. Like, you can't expect us to go in there and watch the same footage, try and have the same organic reaction, try and think you're watching it for the first time.
No, it wasn't the same.
Crack the same gags. It was our worst nightmare.
It was torture. It was
they made us go and do it again. And the second time was just nowhere near as good as the first time. And it's that's our time as well. We're trying to land the job here and the tech have just screwed us.
Have you had any
You got to
moments
roll
like that?
with everything, fellas. You got to roll with everything. In fact, I got a hilarious story kind of along the same lines.
Yeah.
A little part of my career, for about 2 years, maybe 3 years, I was a play-by-play announcer for boxing. Okay, boxing, which I had never broadcasted before. Yeah. But they wanted the boxing network wanted to tap into my success on RedZone and say, "Hey, we got the RedZone guy doing boxing matches," and my excitement when I'm broadcasting sport. Well, it wasn't really an audition, but we had like a dress rehearsal. So me and the analysts, the boxing analysts, could develop a rapport and all of that. Yeah. So they flew us to flew us to a city where they said, we're going to have some guys that are just there to spar, right? And I'm like, okay, I've watched boxing my whole life, but I've never called it before. I'm like, Scott, just make sure you identify who's doing what. If you can just do that in this trial, you'll be good.
Yeah.
So the ring announcer announces, this is all fake. It wasn't on TV, but they were recording it, right? The ring announcer announces, and coming to the ring right now, Jermell Charlo. And Jermell Charlo, trots out and whatnot. And now entering the ring, his opponent, Jermaine Charlo.
No.
Identical twin brothers.
Twin brothers. That's a
And I'm like, no. I wanted one of them to be like a white guy with a mohawk and the other one to be like a black guy who's bald,
exactly.
so that I can totally tell them apart. And here they are, twin brothers. Now I believe they had different colored trunks on, but I'm like,
so
you got to be
funny.
kidding me. They didn't tell me.
That's like something you'd see in a comedy movie, honestly.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Like, bro spending his whole life and then that happens.
I was like, oh, man. I mean, that even brings my body heat up when I remember that moment because I wanted to impress all these boxing executives. And I'm like, are you seriously? Like, you twin brothers.
That is genuinely, we've thought about what, because we've seen some of the behind the scenes of like sportscasting commentators. It's being a part of that niche on social media is really, it's a really different sort of community. I think there could be a comedy movie made about sportscasters or commentators and the behind the scenes of that. I reckon that would be a perfect scene for something like that. You could probably star in it.
We had a sitcom on in the United States years ago. It wasn't that successful. I think it was just called Sports Night or Sport Night or Sports Night, something like that. That was like a half-hour comedy about like a fake ESPN and all the stuff that went on behind the scenes.
Right.
Because, guys, I could tell you stories for days. For days.
Well, if
you want to hear a great, you want to hear another one, like a wild one, or how we doing?
How much time have you got? We've got 5 minutes though, I think.
Okay, well, let's go another 10 minutes. I'm having a great time doing this. If you don't mind. All right. So this is early in my career. Now I'm old. I graduated college in 1993. Fellas, that's how old I am.
Yes.
So my first TV job, 1994, I guess, was at a tiny television station in northern Michigan, like no budget whatsoever. And this is in the day when you used teleprompter that actually used physical paper for the teleprompter.
No way.
And here's the way it works. Here's the way it worked. Nowadays, they're all computerized, and they've been computerized for 20 years, right? Yeah. Back in the day, you used to type up your scripts, and it was on this special paper. You would use a typewriter, and it was on this special paper that had like 3 different copies, right? Carbon copies. Yeah. So you would rip off one for yourself, rip off one for the director, and then rip off one for the teleprompter. And it had little holes on the side of it, the perforations, right?
Yeah.
And you would take the piece of paper, and you would then, and the paper was like, it was perforated here so that paper would go together. So it would be one long stream of paper, and you would put the holes into the holes of this camera that would shoot the teleprompter so that the words on the screen would scroll like this, right?
Yes.
Well, sometimes if you were in a hurry, you maybe just misaligned the paper slightly. You missed one hole. So if you did that, the teleprompter, when it would roll, it was on a conveyor belt. Oh, no. And the camera would shoot it, and it had a reflective piece of glass. This is what your teleprompter would look like. Okay, in sports today, the Detroit Tigers just won the whatever, and it would go like that.
Just scrunch.
And I had that happen so many times in my early career.
Where do you go from there? Where do you go when there's nothing to look at?
You learn to ad lib, baby.
Yeah, baby.
You had better have whatever you typed out. You would better have it saturated into your brain, so that if it just goes like this, you can still deliver the information to the audience. So
have to go off the dome. That's epic. I mean, the new age broadcasters just would not have that nuance.
Oh, they've got it so easy, don't they?
They've got it.
We've got it so easy, don't we?
Everything getting fed to us, Scott.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was like back in the day.
Young punks.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's epic. I could sit and chat here about sportscasting, commentator stories all day. I think we should just make that our podcast theme.
Yeah, honestly.
It's bloody awesome.
Well, look at you guys. It's obvious how much you guys love the industry. Not only love sports, but love the industry of sports broadcasting. And yes, us sportscasters will give you plenty of blooper material, but some of the ones you guys do where it's a championship event in whatever country it happened in, where you guys are playing off each other the way that two-man booth was playing off each other live.
Yeah.
It's special stuff. It's special stuff. And I'll always be a follower and I'll always be watching.
Well, it's on our bucket list, Scott, to rip you off one day, and I hope it's a blunder.
How are you going to do it with two of you? How are you going to do it?
One of us will play the producer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yes, there's always a way.
mate. We're professionals, Scott. Don't you forget. We'll make it work.
But you can have to imagine, you can't hear what's in my earpiece. You're going to have to make it up yourself.
Oh, we'll make something good up.
I'm going to tell my producer, Todd Mossberg, that Mossy he does the early window of games, and he's the magical man in my ear that when you do that, I'm going to make sure he's watching to see how you handle that.
I'm gonna get his contact, and he'll give us some good material. I'm sure.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Scott, obviously a massive NFL season coming up, and we're kicking off in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. What team would you recommend for any NFL or Aussie listeners that might not be into the NFL yet? Like, what team do you reckon or recommend they should jump on board? Who do you like?
Well, okay, look, this is going to sound like I'm just playing to the audience here, but the Los Angeles Rams are considered the best team in the NFL going into the season. Now, it is rare. It's more rare than not that the best team going into a season doesn't usually end up winning the Super Bowl because there's so many injuries and twists and turns and everything. But imagine whatever your favorite sport is, imagine having the MVP of that entire league joined by the single best defensive player, not only in the year before, but arguably one of the greatest defensive players ever. And that's what the LA Rams have as their base. Matthew Stafford is the reigning MVP and plays the most important position on the field, quarterback, at the highest level. And Myles Garrett, who was just acquired in the offseason, is an absolute game wrecker of a defensive end. Those two, combined with one of the best coaches in the NFL and Sean McVay of the LA Rams and the rest of the talent that they have on that team, they look stacked going into the season. And yet, that Melbourne game is one of their toughest games of the year right out of the chute.
Wow.
And like that is going to determine the direction of both of these franchises, the LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers, whoever's able to win that game right out of the chute. It's must-see TV.
So we've got an absolute spectacle at the G.
It is. Well,
September 11th.
And I was just thinking, like most of the teams that come out to Australia, international teams, and they play at the G, all Australians have experienced that as exhibition games. Like they haven't been actual, league games that have kicked off the season. Like these guys are going to be playing for points. It's going to be hot out there. We're watching a full-blown NFL game, and it's so exciting for Australia. And Scott, we can't thank you enough for coming on, telling us a bit more about the game and your experience and your stories, mate. We've really enjoyed this chat. And
you're an absolute legend.
no doubt we'll be seeing you in the States, I reckon, in the coming years. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm counting on it, boys. Thank you. Archie, Miles, great to be with you guys. Have a great football season. Enjoy it.
Wow. Huge chat there with Scotty Hanson.
Scotty, mate.
One of the greats. How good was that?
Mate, he was that keen and enthusiastic to be on with us. He even hung around for a bit afterwards, and we just chatted more.
I've never felt so chuffed than when the 45 minutes was up, because that's all he had. And he goes, nah, boys, I'm enjoying this.
I'll give you another
happy
10.
to stay for an extra 10. And I've gone, yeah,
You stayed for 20.
yeah. So
Thanks,
good.
Scotty.
One of the all-timers. Hope you guys enjoyed that
He
one.
actually got me hyped as for the NFL, bro.
I don't think...
Like I think I need to lock in with NFL draft.
Yeah.
This year. This is the year we finally do it. Get with our mates. You know,
figure out what's going on.
get a draft going. Get into it because I don't think we give the game enough credit.
We
to
could
be
have a
honest.
podcast team. You
Maybe
boys
we
could-
do a podcast team.
You guys could have an NFL draft team and we track how you go every week.
That's good.
I think the game's a lot deeper than we perceive it to be.
Well, I hope that our listeners and our audience got a bit of insight into how big this week is going to be when the NFL comes to Australia.
Could we do a league? A Shepmates league with the listeners?
Yeah, let's fucking do
Absolutely.
it. We'll put it on our story. We'll go prioritize pod listeners, and then if we need some extras, we'll chuck it on the stories.
And we'll take on.
We can battle
The
it out on the
fans.
pod.
Yeah, bloody oath.
That'd be good. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye now.
Bye.